the day. The Ivy League, your crypto star, building empires, blah, 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 smart. 5 days strong, a past so clear, innovation's voice you hear. Education is key, it's everything you see. Join the ILCA, where your future will be. 5 days to rise, 5 days to shine. Crypto knowledge, it's your time.
Digital gold flows like a stream. Brandon's here with a spark to light the Ivy League, the crypto fly. Education's key. Unlock the door. Dive in deep. Explore the core. Block by block, we rise together. Bitcoin storms, it's now or never. Education is everything, don't you see? Join the challenge, set your mind free. 5 days to shift your view. Blockchain truth, the future's cue. No more guessing, no more doubt. The LCA will help you out. Codes and chains, the future's bright. Learn the rules, step into the light. Brandon leads, the path is clear. 5 days to master, no need to fear. Block by block, we rise together. Bitcoin storms, it's now or never. Education is everything, don't you see? Join the challenge, set your mind free. Oh, block by block, we rise together. Bitcoin storms, it's now or never. Education is everything, don't you see? Join the challenge, set your mind free. Step into the future, don't look back. The ILCA's got your track. 5 days to decode the chain, from Bitcoin sparks to crypto rain. Brandon Ivey lights the way, CEO of the crypto sway. Oh, ILCA 5-day challenge starts today. Learn the blocks, the coins to sway. Brandon's here to pave your way. beginner's guide, no need to fear. Crypto's world becomes so clear. 5 days of wisdom packed in tight. The Ivy League shines oh so bright. Oh, ILCA 5-day challenge starts today. Learn the blocks, the coins to sway. Brandon's here to pave your way. ILCA, join the play. ILCA, join the play. ILCA, join the play. ILCA, join the play. ILCA, join the play.
5 days to change your mind, unlock the code, leave doubt behind. Brandon Ivey's got the key to crypto's grand mystery. Bitcoin's the door, blockchain's the light, education's the weapon to fight the night. Education is key. Education is everything. 5 days and you'll start to sing. Unlock the future, learn the way. Join the ILCA 5-day. No need to fear, no need to stall. Beginners rise, we'll teach it all. Step by step, it's crystal clear. The future's now, the future's here. Block by block, we build a chain. No more loss, only gain. Crypto dreams, they start today. Brandon leads the only way. Education is key. Education is everything. 5 days and you'll start to sing. Unlock the future, learn the way. Join the ILCA 5-day. Education is key. Five days to change your view. Unlock the world that's made for you. Bitcoin's calling, don't ignore. Blockchain knocking on your door. Education is the fire we light, bringing shadows into sight. Education is key, it's everything you see. Join the ILCA, where your future will be. 5 days to ride, 5 days to shine. Crypto knowledge, it's your time. Brandon Ivey, leading the way, teaching truths to seize the day. The Ivy League, your crypto star, building empires block by block. Smart, 5 days strong, a path so Education is key. It's everything you see. Join the ILCA, where your future will be. 5 days to ride, 5 days to shine. Crypto knowledge, it's your time.
5 days to change your view, unlock the world, something new.
Bitcoin's the key, blockchain too. Brandon Ivey's got the clue. Education's the power, light in the dark. Learn to ignite, go leave your mark.
ILCA,
It's the way, 5 days to learn.
no time to stray. Education is key.
It's everything, unlock your future, let it sing.
Let it sing.
Wallets, notes, and mining gold.
It's not just tech, it's stories told.
From digital coins to a global mode.
Step in the future, be bold.
Brandon says you've got to grow.
Knowledge is a seed, let it show.
5 days strong, you'll be in the know. Crypto's the rhythm, feel the flow. Feel the flow.
ILCA,
It's the way, 5 days to learn, no time to stray. Education is key, it's everything, unlock your future, let it sing.
let it sing. ILCA,
It's the way, 5 days to learn, no time to stray. Education is key, it's everything, unlock your future, let it sing.
cold, building the dream. Digital gold flows like a stream. Brandon's here with a spark to light the Ivy, the crypto flight. Education's key. Unlock the door. Dive in deep. Explore the core. Block by block we rise together. Bitcoin storms, it's now or never. Education is everything. Don't you see? Join the challenge. Set your mind free. Join the challenge. Set your mind free. 5 days to shift your view. Blockchain troops, the future's cue. No more guessing, no more doubt. The ILCA will help you out. Codes and chains, the future's bright. Learn the rules, step into the light. Brandon leads, the path is clear. 5 days to master, no need to fear. Block by block we rise together. Bitcoin storms, it's now or never. Education is everything. Don't you see? Join the challenge. Set your mind free. Join the challenge. Ooh, set your mind free. They say the future's knocking loud. It's time to stand up from the crowd. A new horizon. Don't you see? Bitcoin, blockchain, the key to be free. Oh, no more waiting, no more delay. The ILCA lights the way. Education is key. It's everything we need. The 5-day challenge plants the seed. Unlock the door. Step into the light. The future's here. It starts tonight. Brandon Ivey's got the plan to make you bold, to help you stand. No need to fear. No need to hide. Crypto knowledge will be your guide.
All right. Let's get this started. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our day 4 of the 5-day challenge. My name is Brandon Ivey from Los Angeles, California. I'm the founder and CEO of Ivy League Coaching Academy. Go ahead and type your name in the chat box and where you're listening in from. As a disclaimer, I'm not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I share information for educational, training, and entertainment purposes only, and it is up to you to make your own informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to move into. Also, we want to welcome everybody that is listening to on YouTube. And if you're still here, even on YouTube, congratulations, because we are now 4 days in and you found enough value to come back for another day to learn. And tonight, this information is probably the most important as far as understanding the tip of the river of money, where it is flowing. And I don't mean that figuratively. I mean that legitimately. It is the tip of the river of money, and I can prove it. So not only am I going to give you a lesson tonight on and introducing you to tokenization, I'm going to show you real world evidence of what the banks are doing right now. And this is information that is hours old. Those of you in the inner circle, if you're on the VIP, you were on Inner Circle Crypto Talk this morning and you saw it. I'm going to go over those articles again. Now we are under the clock. This has been a very, very busy day. This is my fifth Zoom I've been on today, and there's still one more at the top of the hour with Anthony Deloach with eEstate. So I'm going to keep this short and sweet, but you will learn enough information and you will at least understand why we're so excited about tokenization and the timing that we're in right now. So let's jump on into it. Let me go ahead and share a screen. So while I'm doing this, Monday night we talked about what the river of money is. Tuesday night, we talked about what is the blockchain. None of this is possible without that. Wednesday night, last night, we talked about what are cryptocurrencies. And tonight, we're going to talk about the introducing you to tokenization. There we go. All right. And I got to put this over here so I can see you guys. There and there. Now I'm working with multiple screens here. Okay, so introduction to tokenization. What is tokenization? Well, tokenization is the process of replacing sensitive data with unique identification symbols that retain all the essential information about the data without compromising its security. What else did we learn this morning in Crypto Talk? What state was that? Was it no, not Minnesota. I forgot the state. But nah, not Michigan. No, it was an M. But Massachusetts, thank you, Judy. Massachusetts and Maine. Gina says Maine. What happened? Well, there was a data breach. More than 20,000 people's personal data, personal information, addresses, social security numbers, and bank accounts, your routing numbers and bank accounts, all was compromised. What if there was a way that data cannot be compromised and it's secure? See, tokenization, which seeks to minimize the amount of sensitive data a business needs to keep on hand, has become a popular way for small and mid-sized businesses to bolster the security of credit card and e-commerce transactions while minimizing the cost and complexity of compliance with industry standards and government regulations. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I did a training on tokenization in real estate. This is the very first one. It's just intro to tokenization, so it's not specific to real estate. Is so you understand what the tokenization movement is. And keep in mind that I wrote this course 2 years ago. And when I did not have a complete understanding of just how big this was going to be. I was a little ahead of my time on this. I have a much, much, much greater appreciation of this now than I did 2 years ago when I put this together. Tokenization technology can, in theory, be used with sensitive data of all kinds. It's no longer theory anymore. And, and you're going when I read the article later, you're going to see that, yeah, even the banks are saying this is not theory anymore. This is not practice. This is real. So tokenization technology can, in theory, be used with sensitive data of all kinds, including bank transactions, medical records, criminal records, vehicle driver information, loan applications, stock trading, and voter registration. What is the biggest bill out right now that President Trump is forcing and hoping will get passed ASAP? Anybody know the name of it? Type it in the chat box. It's the Something Act for voter registrations and voting, the right to vote. Nope, it is not the Clarity Act. That has to do with crypto. It is not the Home Act. Come on, guys. Get close. Anybody know what that is? I haven't covered it too much in Inner Circle. Almost during the SAFE Act, uh, it's the SAVE Act because it's short for Save America, is what Donald Trump is. It's the SAVE Act. It is a voter suppression bill for the Democrats that the Republicans want to put in place to make sure that they're going to win the election in the midterms. Now, the Republicans will say it is to prevent from illegal immigrants voting and everybody who's not supposed to vote and having proper ID and identification. The problem, though, is the way it's written. And what people don't realize is most married women are going to have a hard time trying to vote if that bill gets passed. But while that is being played out in the political spectrum, some of you listening to me right now is for the SAVE Act. Some of you listening to me right now is not for it for different reasons. But what if we just tokenized all that? Blockchain is freedom. Now, tokenization is often used to protect credit card data, bank account information, and other sensitive data handled by payment processors. Payment processing use cases that tokenize sensitive credit card information include the following: mobile wallets such as Google Pay and Apple Pay, e-commerce sites, and businesses that keep customers' cards on file. With tokenization, many of the traditionally laborious and manual processes involved in bringing securities to public and private markets may be transferred to the blockchain and automated. This benefits issuers and investors in a wide variety of ways, from increasing efficiency to reducing room for error, which ultimately brings significant reductions in cost. Tokenization also has the potential to transform the market by opening investments to a wider global pool of investors and facilitating the innovation of new product offerings. I just did the e-estate presentation, and what did we go over with that? Tokenization is now allowing people who traditionally could not be a part of the real estate space can get in for as low as $10. Precisely because of their digital nature, security tokens may not only represent ownership of traditional assets, like publicly traded equity or bonds, but also traditionally illiquid assets, like private placements, real estate, or fine art. So when you hear proponents of tokenization say it's now going to bring liquidity to the markets, traditionally real estate is illiquid. You can't take a piece of your house and go to the grocery store and buy something with it. But tokenization breaks this up. Oh, where's my next? Benefits of tokenization. Utilizing blockchain technology brings increased efficiency and reduced error to the creation, issuance, and management of securities, which ultimately reduces cost as well. But tokenization is profitable in other ways too. Tokenization also increases liquidity of traditionally illiquid, non-fractionable assets like real estate. For investors, this means increased democratization and the ability to diversify one's portfolio with access to previously unavailable assets. While the list of benefits from tokenization is long, Here are a few key benefits that leveraging blockchain technology promises to offer issuers and investors. One, increased efficiency. Utilizing blockchain technology removes the need for legacy middlemen, resulting in reduced settlement time and cost savings for issuance, as well as other processes like corporate actions and reconciliation. Reduced cost. Automation, transparent record keeping, and reliance on public internet leads to significant reductions in cost, with blockchain reducing bond issuance costs by up to 90%, while reducing fundraising costs by up to 40% compared to traditional private placement. Better compliance. The financial industry spends $181 billion per year on compliance, but blockchain reduces the risk of error and makes it cheaper and easier to manage complex compliance requirements by programming compliance rules directly into each token. Improve liquidity. There is an estimated $4 trillion locked in private equity and trillions in real estate. Again, right now, the tokenized real estate industry is 20 billion. In 4 years, 16 trillion. But tokenization opens assets up to a global investor pool and provides a way to trade previously illiquid or non-fractionable assets like private placements and real estate. How many people out there own a home? I like asking that question in a live audience in front of a room. And I see the people raise their hand. Then I say, how many of you actually own the entire home where you don't have to pay a mortgage anymore? Most of the hands go down. If you're paying a mortgage, you don't actually own the home, the bank does. Because the moment you stop paying, they take it away. But here's another question. How many people actually own more than one property? Own multiple properties? Most people do not. See, with fractionalized real estate, tokenized real estate, you'll be able to have a portfolio of property all over the world. That's how wealthy people own stocks. No, Bill Gates owns a lot of Apple. Bill Gates owns a lot of Meta. Mark Zuckerberg owns a lot of Microsoft and Apple. They all own each other's companies in stocks. Same idea here. Increased transparency. The blockchain promises to provide one golden source of truth for all parties to rely on, which helps keep the cap table updated and reduces disputes around record keeping. Facilitated innovation. Programmable contracts and shared ledgers can create fractionalized real estate, liquid revenue share agreements, dynamic ETFs, and other previously unmanageable offerings. Tokenization also has the potential to transform the market by opening investments to a wider global pool of investors and facilitating the innovation of new product offerings. Tokenization makes it more difficult for hackers to gain access to cardholder data as compared with older systems in which credit card numbers were stored in databases and exchanged freely over networks. And that's what happened with Massachusetts this morning. The main benefits of tokenization include the following. It is more compatible with legacy systems than encryption. It is a less resource-intensive process than encryption. It reduces the fallout risks in a data breach. It makes the payment industry more convenient by propelling new technologies like mobile wallets, one-click payment, and cryptocurrency. This in turn enhances customer trust because it improves both the security and convenience of a merchant's service. It reduces the steps involved in complying with PCI DSS regulations for merchants. How tokenization works. Tokenization substitutes its sensitive information with equivalent non-sensitive information. The non-sensitive replacement information is called a token. Tokens can be created in the following ways. Using a mathematically reversible cryptographic function with a key, using a non-reversible function, such as a hash function, or using an index function or randomly generated number. None of that applies to any of you guys right now. This is for those that's doing this lesson that are programmers. As a result, the token becomes the exposed information, as the sensitive information that the token stands in for is stored safely in a centralized server known as a token vault. The token vault is the only place where the original information can be mapped back to its corresponding token. Here is one real-world example of how tokenization with a token vault works. A customer provides their payment details at a point of sale system or online checkout form. You guys know what that is. You go to the grocery store, you pull out your card, you stick it in the system. That's a point of sale device. The details or data are substituted with a randomly generated token, which is generated in most cases by the merchant's payment gateway. The tokenized information is then encrypted and sent to a payment processor. The original sensitive payment information is stored in a token vault in the merchant's payment gateway. This is the only place where the token can be mapped to the information it represents. So even if a hacker were to try to hack it, they can't match up this information. It's all jumbled up. The token, it deprograms it. The tokenized information is encrypted again by the payment processor before being sent for final verification. Let's talk about the history of tokenization. Tokenization has existed since the beginning of early currency systems, with coin tokens long being used as a replacement for actual coins and banknotes. Subway tokens and casino tokens are examples of this, as they serve as substitutes for actual money. This is physical tokenization, but the concept is the same as in digital tokenization, to act as a surrogate for a more valuable asset. Digital tokenization saw use as early as the 1970s. In the databases of the time, it was used to store certain sensitive data from other data being stored. Think of it like a bank security vault or safe deposit box. You put your valuables in that box, the bank has it locked up, but you have the key. And only that key can open that box. Or only two people have the key, you and whoever the bank manager is. So even if the bank is robbed and they break into the safety deposit boxes, they can't open the boxes without your key. Some safety deposit boxes is a two-key system. You and the bank manager have to do it at the same time. More recently, tokenization was used in the payment card industry as a way to protect sensitive cardholder data and comply with industry standards. The organization Trust Commerce is credited with creating the concept of tokenization to protect payment card data back in 2001. There are many different types of tokens here. Numerous ways to classify tokens exist. Three main types of tokens, as identified by the SEC and the Swiss Financial Market Supervisory Authority, differ based on their relationship to the real-world asset they represent. These include the following: asset security tokens. These are tokens that promise a positive return on an investment. These are economically analogous to bonds and equities. Here's a pop quiz. Is the EST token an asset security token? Yes or no? Type that in the chat box. Utility token. These are created to act as something other than a means of payment. For example, a utility token may give direct access to a product or platform or provide a discount on future goods and services offered by the platform. It adds value to the function of a product. And you guys got it right. Judy, Kinney, and Clairvaux. No, it is not an asset security token. What about a currency payment token? These are created solely as a means of payment for goods and services external to the platform that they exist on. Let's talk about tokenization and blockchain. Tokenization in blockchain refers to the issuance of a blockchain token, also known as a security or asset token. Blockchain tokens are digital representations of real-world assets. A real-world asset is tokenized when it is represented digitally as cryptocurrency. In traditional, centralized economic models, large financial institutions and banks are responsible for certifying the integrity of the transaction ledger. In a blockchain-based economy or token economy, their responsibility and power shifts to individuals as the integrity of transactions are verified using cryptography on an individual level instead of a centralized one. Tokenization in blockchain refers to the issuance of a blockchain token, also known as a security or asset token. Blockchain tokens are digital representations of real-world assets. A real-world asset is tokenized when it is represented digitally as cryptocurrency. Now, some say, well, Brandon, I thought you said EST is not a security token, but doesn't it represent a tokenized asset? No. The EST token gives you the rights to share in the revenue of a asset. There's a different version of tokenization, and in my Zoom meeting earlier with the team from Hawaii, they were involved in a project from 2018 where the property itself was tokenized and people own fractions of the property itself. That's a different form of tokenized asset. In traditional, centralized economic models, large financial institutions and banks are responsible for certifying the integrity of the transaction ledger. In a blockchain-based economy or token economy, this responsibility and power shifts to individuals as the integrity of transactions are verified using cryptography on an individual level instead of a centralized one. This is possible because the cryptocurrency tokens are linked together in a blockchain or group of digital assets, which enables the digital asset to be mapped back to the real world asset. Blockchains provide an unchangeable, time-stamped record of transactions, and what you learn from Tuesday night, the blockchain can't be changed. It can't be deleted. It can't be erased. It can't be manipulated. It's like writing in wet cement. So blockchains provide an unchangeable, time-stamped record of transactions. Each new set of transactions or blocks in the chain is dependent on the others in the chain to be verified. Therefore, a tokenized asset in a blockchain can eventually be traced back to the real-world asset it represents by those authorized to do so, while still remaining secure, because transactions have to be verified by every block in the chain. Pop quiz. What blockchain is the EST token sitting on? Is it the Bitcoin blockchain? Is it the Ethereum blockchain? Is it on Solana? Judy's got it right. First one up, Binance. That's right. In conclusion, tokenization can be very helpful for both individuals and enterprises alike. With increased security, transparency, and efficiency, blockchain tokens can be the future of modern businesses. Wow, isn't that interesting? 2 years ago. Though there remains a big question in the regulatory front, with clarity on rules and regulations, and you guys had typed this, we got one of these rules that's up for vote right now. Well, the Clarity Act. Blockchain tokens can soon be at the helm of the, oh, wow. This is important. Keep this in memory, what I'm saying now, and remember that this was 2 years ago. Blockchain tokens can soon be at the helm of the blockchain revolution. Additionally, decentralized autonomous organizations or DAOs can also help manage underlying assets. As a disclaimer, this information is intended for educational and training purposes only and should not be construed as investment advice. As with all financial decisions, you should contact your licensed financial advisor before investing in any financial instrument. Now, there's a reason why I did this quickly and early because we're not finished yet. Now, I want to jump into what blew my mind this morning in Crypto Talk. Documentation beats conversation. That lesson you saw is 2 years old. What is happening today? What are they talking about? Well, this article popped up in Crypto Talk this morning, which is why I always say it pays to be in the VIP, in the inner circle. So those of you on YouTube, this is what you're missing out on because not only will you be a VIP member and you're on with the cool kids, but we do Crypto Talk Monday through Thursday every morning, and we're constantly learning. And this is what popped up. Two articles I'm going to read to you guys. Tokenization. Oh, let me get ready for this. Tokenization could save the Australian economy. What? What? Wait, what? Tokenization could what? Save the Australian economy. $16.7 billion annually. Who says this? Me? Anthony Deloge? Dude at the barbershop? No. The Aussie's central bank reports. The Reserve Bank of Australia announced on March 25th, that's yesterday, that Australia is moving beyond trials to real-world rollout of tokenized assets and wholesale digital currencies. The river of money. Do you think the banks are at the front of the river of money? Let's read this. The Reserve Bank of Australia has officially moved past the trial phase of digital finance, signaling a major shift toward the real-world implementation of tokenized assets. Oh, and I didn't realize this morning that this is actually, there was another article on this. I did not check that out this morning. Tokenized real-world assets hits 27 billion as U.S. Treasury products lead growth. This seems familiar. What was the date of this? I think we already covered this. This art. Yeah, we already covered this in Crypto Talk. I remember this one. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me go back. I hope you guys caught something here. Real world asset tokenization hit $27 billion. Here's another pop quiz. How big is the real world asset industry that's about to be tokenized? Which is why Larry Fink and BlackRock is losing their mind. Type it in the chat box. Catherine was the first to get it, then Kenny and Judy. You guys on YouTube, you catching this? $867 trillion in real world assets are going to be tokenized. How big is it as of today? What has actually been tokenized as of right now? 27 billion. Do you think there's a difference between 27 billion and 867 trillion? That, ladies and gentlemen, is the river of money. It is moving. All you need is the mist, and your family's taken care of for generations. So let me go back to this. Oh, no, we already read that article in Inner Circle. Okay. The Reserve Bank of Australia has moved past the trial phase. The question is no longer if Australia will adopt these technologies. Stop right there. The question for you guys shouldn't be, are you going to be involved or should you be involved? For Australia, it's not a question of will we adopt it. The question is, how will we scale it to protect the nation's financial stability? So if the nation is moving to protect their financial stability, have you made the decision to protect your family's financial stability? What decisions are you making right now to protect your family's financial stability? I'm showing you what the governments and the banks are doing. Jones made the remarks while unveiling the findings of Project Acacia, a research initiative that maps out a future where Australia's financial plumbing is faster, cheaper, and entirely digital. Oh, gee, I don't understand. Why did Brandon Stevenson want to bring ILCA into e-estate? Because I'm going to teach you this. A collaborative project with the Digital Finance Cooperative Research Center and private industry, Project Acacia, examined whether tokenized forms of money and assets could enhance the functioning of Australia's wholesale asset markets. According to an analysis, transitioning to tokenized money and assets could save the Australian economy roughly $16.7 billion annually. And if it can save the Australian economy, do you think it could save the American economy as well? These gains represent the removal of friction in the current system, specifically manual processing, multi-day delays, and high capital costs associated with moving money between banks. By using blockchain-based ledgers, and I already taught you what blockchain-based ledgers are on Tuesday night, these transactions could become near instant, not just Monday through Friday at the 4 p.m. Eastern Time. We are moving from the era of what if to the era of how to. So when we do our boot camp next Friday for e-estate, for the agents, I am not in the convincing business. I was on the line with a friend of mine and Miss Casa, and Miss Casa witnessed me say, I ain't here to convince you. You're either going to get it or you won't. And if you're not educated in this space, you're not going to get it, and it's going to cost you a lot of money. Miss Casa heard that. A sandbox for markets. To turn these findings into reality, the RBA announced the launch of a digital financial market infrastructure sandbox. Unlike previous short-term experiments, this sandbox is designed as a long-term, stage-gated environment. It allows commercial banks and fintechs to test tokenized products, such as government bonds and investment funds, under regulatory supervision with a clear pathway to graduate these products into the live economy. Despite the optimistic outlook, Jones warned that the path to a fully digital financial system does have obstacles. He identified critical hurdles the industry must solve, such as liquidity fragmentation that results in a walled garden effect where money is stuck on incompatible platforms. Oh, we're already beyond that because he hasn't figured that out yet. He also called on the industry to ensure new digital systems are as unshakable as the legacy infrastructure they replace. Oh, it is stronger than the legacy infrastructure because legacy infrastructure just got a data breach where 20,000 people's data got taken out. Yeah, that's the legacy one. The blockchain has never been hacked. Never. The message is clear. The infrastructure of the Australian financial system is due for an upgrade. So this is why I say blockchain technology is where the internet was in 98. That went through an upgrade. Anybody still using AOL dial-up internet? Are you still in a household where you can't be on the phone and the internet at the same time? Who remembers those days? I do, like it was yesterday. I was a young teenager, young adult in those days. Now, I'm in a situation in my house. I have two Wi-Fi networks. Just in case one goes down, I got a backup. All right, that was one article that we saw just this morning. But here's the article that really blew me away. Tokenizing big finance. That's right. Busy signals. You try to call somebody, you get a busy signal, you know they're on the internet. In my household, we thought we were fancy because my dad had an office. So we had a phone line, a house line, he had an office line, and he had a fax line. So we had three lines in the house. So what we did, we hooked up the internet to the fax line. So we could still be on the phone at the same time. So how blockchain is rewiring the stock market. What? Wait. Did you guys catch that? I always pay attention to adjectives. You know what an adjective, how something is being described. It doesn't say how blockchain is testing the stock market, how blockchain is moving with the stock market, how blockchain is experimenting with the stock market, how blockchain is helping the stock market. No, that's not the adjective that was used. What did they use? Rewiring. What does that mean? In your lifetime, has the stock market been rewired or has it been operating the exact same way since the roaring 20s? Yet, right now, in your lifetime, right now, the legacy system that we grew up in is being rewired. Blockchain has clearly divided the history of the stock market into before. Oh, I didn't catch that this morning. Before and after. It's like BC and AD, before Christ and after death. Christ had such an impact on humanity that we have our timeline based on BC, AD, Old Testament, New Testament. In the financial world, same thing is happening before and after. The river of money is changing. For over 3 years, the securities market has been actively setting its sights on tokenization. For 3 years, and some of you are just hearing about it today. An increasing number of global financial hubs are now exploring and testing this technology. This is because blockchain does not merely translate traditional securities into a new digital format, it fundamentally rewires the very philosophy of the stock market. Is a river of money rolling down, your Chuck E. Cheese joint, or is it in the stock market? This is rewiring the very philosophy. They're going to have to rewrite the books. They're going to have to change all of the college business courses. Guys, man, if you understand, and I'm doing my best. My head's exploding with this information. I'm doing my best to try to translate so you understand how big this is. It's why Larry Fink is all over this. Thanks to tokenization, stock trading can now happen 24/7. Remember the lesson I just did. No more waiting for Monday morning to execute a trade. High value assets are also ceasing to be the exclusive privilege of institutional giants. Simultaneously, numerous barriers, including brokers, time constraints, high fees, and regional boundaries, are dissolving. Furthermore, an increasing number of progressive nations and regulators are cautiously giving the green light to this trend, while institutional investors, that's code word for rich people, watch its evolution with palpable interest, meaning they're already on top. They like the system as it is. But if it is changing, they're going to pull up their anchor and they're going to move in the new direction of money. Even if that means they're going to end up having to change their program, they're going to make more money than ever. I saw something, a headline, and it is tripping me up on where, but it said this new technology is going to widen the wealth gap even more. Now, remember on Monday night, I showed you guys a video called The Wealth Distribution in America, what people think it is and what it actually is. It's going to get even worse. You guys have an opportunity to move up on that wealth scale and not move down. Those who don't know, that are not educated, that are going to keep going as business as usual under the same legacy system, they're going to fall further behind. Those of you that are learning about this and you're making moves and decisions that put you on the after side of this, you're going to thrive. If that makes sense what I'm saying, type me in the chat box. I am trying my darndest to break this down. If you're on YouTube and listening to me and you're understanding what I'm saying, type something in the chat box. I am for free. I am giving you guys an insight to what wealthy people in smoked back rooms and off golf courses and on yachts and in hot tubs with each other share with each other that the average person does not have access to. They don't even know this is going on. I hope you have an appreciation and understanding of this information. Changing the rules of the game. The stock market, which may seem technologically advanced on the surface, still relies on outdated trading models. This morning we talked about old movies. Like, you know how I learned about this stuff that really stuck with me as a kid? It's my favorite movie around Christmas time. It's a Wonderful Life. George Bailey, Bailey Savings and Loans. My grandpa taught me a lesson watching that movie that stuck with me. I had to see it when I'm almost 50. The first time I saw that, 47 years ago, I was like 3 or 4 years old. Every time the bell rings, an angel gets its wings. What I had loved about it was the fact that there was a swimming pool underneath the basketball court that it can open up. That's my earliest memories as a kid. A tokenized market significantly accelerates these mechanisms by ensuring near instant trade execution. Speaking of movies, Glengarry Ross, Boiler Room, Wolf of Wall Street, Wall Street. Those movies, classics, based on the old legacy system. Wait till you see the new movies that will come out with this new system in place. What about Trading Places with Eddie Murphy? Door to Door, I don't think I remember seeing that one. Well, this unlocks massive volumes of capital, but that previously sat idle due to bureaucratic and technical lag. The rigid exchange schedule is being replaced by a 24/7 system. These technological advantages are already being integrated into the strategies of the world's most influential financial institutions. May 17th, 2017, I figured out that blockchain technology was going to disrupt every single industry on the planet. Right now, it is already being integrated into the most influential river of money institutions on the world. And you're still trying to figure out, do I want to do $10 or do I want to do 100? Are you kidding me? For example, the New York Stock Exchange. The New York Stock Exchange is developing a platform for around-the-clock trading of ETFs and tokenized stocks using stablecoins. What are the three words that I have said repeatedly? Is where the river of money is flowing: artificial intelligence, stable coins, and tokenization. And this article just brought up two of them. Tokenized stocks using stable coins as a settlement tool. Meanwhile, the London Stock Exchange, oh, is that another big stock exchange? Has successfully conducted its first transactions on its proprietary blockchain platform. People walking down the street that still don't even know what this word means. But speed isn't the only factor. Tokenization provides a fundamentally new level. I just had another thought. I'm going to create a lesson off of this, a specialized tokenized lesson just from this. Tokenization provides a fundamentally new level of transparency and security. Because blockchain records every asset movement and transaction history in a digital ledger, substantially reducing the risks of manipulation, double counting, and operational errors. Yeah, so I got to do tokenization 2.0. This information is going to be in there. As a result, market participants benefit from simplified auditing and a foundation of trust built not just on an intermediary's reputation, but on mathematical algorithms. Again, it ain't about the Wolf of Wall Street. Jordan Belfort, or the Oracle of Omaha, Warren Buffett. No, you don't need to trust somebody's reputation or the best, biggest, and best firm out there. All you have to do is rely on the mathematics. Math doesn't lie. 2 plus 2 will always be 4. However, I must emphasize that total transparency is a double-edged sword. Large market players aren't always keen on making their trading strategies fully public. Another key advantage of tokenization is lowering the barrier to entry for investors. In traditional markets, many assets suffer from limited liquidity due to high costs. Tokenization introduces fractional ownership. What? You think E-Estate wrote this article? Let me repeat this again. Another key advantage of tokenization is lowering the barrier of entry. How low can you get in with E-Estate? $10. In traditional markets, many assets suffer from limited liquidity due to high costs. What's the benefit for E-Estate? They're getting access to liquidity because of low costs. Tokenization introduces fractional ownership, the ability to purchase a portion of an asset rather than the whole. Consequently, high-priced stocks are becoming accessible to the retail segment, not just institutional players. Of course, new opportunities bring new challenges: smart contract audits, Oracle security, and the complexity of KYC and AML procedures. Nevertheless, the benefits of tokenization far outweigh these hurdles, and the market is rapidly adapting to the new reality. This is the new reality. The regulatory landscape. Oh, I got to speed this up. Okay. The supportive stance of regulators toward tokenization signals the emergence of a new stock market architecture in which traditional finance, which is TradeFi, and blockchain are converging. Since 2022, the European Union has operated on a regulatory sandbox pilot regime, allowing countries to test blockchain-based trading infrastructures. Germany was among the first in the EU to legally recognize blockchain-based securities, and last year, France launched a tokenized exchange platform for small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs. The French regulator approved a model in which settlements occur in real time and retail investors can buy tokenized shares directly without opening traditional brokerage accounts. The tokenization trend is also gaining momentum in the US, Singapore, and other advanced financial jurisdictions. That said, despite the optimism, several complex issues remain, specifically regarding asset custody and the legal status of custodial services. Naturally, the retail sector is currently leading the charge in adopting this segment. For various reasons, institutional capital from large funds has not yet entered in full force. However, the transformation is well underway. Bolstered by regulatory support, major financial platforms are gradually integrating blockchain modules into their systems. Effectively, we have passed the point of no return. You see that? It doesn't matter what you think now, what you believe. We have passed the point of no return. I'm not interested in what people think of e-estate. People always do that. After somebody sees a presentation, so what did you think? I'm not interested in when you think. My question is, are you ready to get started? It doesn't matter what you think. It's a matter of, are you going to get started or not? We've passed the point of no return. By the numbers. Statistics confirm. So, is that just a statement or do we have the receipts? Statistics confirm this new financial reality. According to reports from Centaura and DL Research, the tokenized stock market is already approaching $1 billion dollars. In the past year alone, this segment has grown approximately 3,000%. 3,000%. It went from 32 million at the start of 2025 to 1 billion by the end of the year. Only one group made more money than that, Donald Trump's family. They made 4 billion in the same amount of time. This dynamic suggests the market is moving past its experimental phase. McKinsey and Company analysts project that by 2030, okay, right now, we're at a $1 billion market size, okay? You see this? By 2030, which is just 5 years, wow, less than that, 4 years from now, the cap of tokenized assets could reach 2 trillion. So they talking about going from 1 billion to 2 trillion in 4 years. And that's still undercutting it because real estate alone is going up to 16 trillion. This is why my head's exploding. Excluding Bitcoin and stable. Oh, okay, that's why. Just alone, tokenized assets, excluding Bitcoin and stablecoins. Key growth drivers include the tokenization of mutual funds, bonds, ETFs or ETNs, exchange traded notes, loans, securitized instruments, and alternative funds. They're not even including real estate in this deal, which jumps this number up tenfold. Meanwhile, some experts lean toward more bullish estimates, ranging from 9 to 18 trillion in 4 years. Regardless of whether the market hits 2 trillion or 18 trillion, the trajectory is clear. Wall Street is becoming increasingly intertwined with blockchain. Meaning you're not going to be able to separate it. It's the same one in the same. The industry is on the cusp of a profound paradigm shift where tokenization is transforming from a niche solution into a potential global standard. Forward-thinking players who integrate blockchain solutions into their strategies today will gain a decisive advantage tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the future. And you are at the beginning of this. I'm actually going to edit that part out and I'm going to use it as a marketing tool, as an educational tool. I'm just going to make a video just of that piece alone. People need to wake up. Don't let any political party talk to you about how woke is some political leftist thing that deals with transgenders and everything else. No. That is designed to keep you back. People need to wake up financially. The world is changing under our feet rapidly, and the wealth gap is about to be much bigger. It has nothing to do with politics or race. It has to do with class. The haves and the have-nots. And the haves are winning the game. The have-nots don't even know that there's a game being played. You guys are being exposed to it. Now you have a decision to make. I'm not going to be able to do Q&A tonight because I promised to be finished before Anthony's presentation. So any Q&A questions that you may have, please write it down and bring it back for tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, we're going to be talking about stable coins. So bring it back tomorrow night for Q&A. Thank you guys for listening to us tonight. I hope you learned something new. As always, that's the point. My head is exploding on this information to the point where no matter as much as I've already done, I still feel I am way behind. There's so much more that I need to be doing. Every time I'm sitting down playing a video game, watching TV, I've got to think about that. $16 trillion is on the move in this industry. And people still talking about $10 or $50 to get started. Yes, Miss Casa.
Okay, just real quick, because I know you're turning off. First of all, you guys, I'm so sorry I didn't do my intro. I was actually going to level 5 in ESA. Woo woo. Yeah,
Uh-oh.
yeah, I'm level 5 now.
You're
So
level
that's
5
why,
now?
yes, yes, sir. I
Wait,
was
where's my
helping
camera? Hold
somebody
on.
do. Thank you. I'm so excited. Okay, but the reason why I wanted to come on real quick, thank you. Before he left, those of you who know that we will be in Las Vegas, April, I believe it's like 26th to the 29th. I want to let you guys know right now, myself and an event planner, we're trying to put together something to put Mr. Ivey on stage to have him go up there and talk about mentorship and talk about finance. This will be happening on the April 29th. So those of you that are in Las Vegas, please let us know that you're going to be there. It's going to be a lovely evening. There's going to be an art show. We're going to have Mr. Ivey up there talking about mentorship, talking about personal development. We're going to have a couple of other speakers. I'm going to be signing copies of my book. So it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful evening. There's going to be free hibachi food there as well. So even if you guys don't come out for the Bitcoin festival, at least come out for the ILCA event that we're putting together right now. Okay. So again, it's going to be on the 29th, and I will have a banner with all that information. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Ivey.
All right, with that, we'll see you guys tomorrow for day 5. What are stable coins? Brandon Ivey out. Take care. Bye.